Hi guys, and welcome to our channel. My name is Malin, and this guy here next to me is my husband Alex.
We've been traveling the world together for the last 10 years, but 2020 brought us back to Europe and Spain.
Yeah, and if you have watched our recent vlogs, you know that we have bought a van which we are going to convert into a little home on wheels. And in this vlog we are finally getting started.
So in front of our house there isn't actually much space for us to build the van, so our lovely neighbour behind us has offered us a space in front of his house which is just perfect for building the van. But in order to get up there to his house we have to go up a very little skinny road with a tight turn, and we need to make sure that it's completely safe to drive up first. So we've got a bit of cleaning to do.
So what we need to do is to get rid of all the stones on the sharp turns, all the gravel, and there are actually some bushes that needs to be trimmed, but that's a job for another day. Today Alex and I are gonna grab our brushes and just sweep.
How are we doing, Malin?
It's pretty hot. I said to Alex that we should do this early tomorrow morning. It's now late afternoon. The sun is really hot. This is the hottest day that we've had for probably 2 weeks. And this is the day that we're cleaning. Alex's t-shirt is so wet of sweat. You can't see it on mine, I'm sweating too. Hi. The next step will be tomorrow when our neighbor Juan will trim the side of the road down, or the bushes or the grass that is hanging over. And then I think we can actually drive the van up to its spot. Guys, I can't even begin to tell you how incredibly blessed we are to be spending these strange times here up in the mountains of Spain, because if you go into the cities it feels like you're in another world now with all the masks and all the restrictions. We are really free. It's so liberating to be up here, and it's beautiful. Behind me we got almond trees, there are orange trees and lemon trees down there, there are pomegranate trees, you name it. We have everything up here. We even have olive trees, obviously, because we're in Spain.
So in order to be able to get the van up, for the last couple of nights Juan and I have been clearing the road. It was full of bushes, completely overgrown, and the road was very narrow because of it. Now we've done half of it so far and it's made a lot of extra space, and we just got the bottom half to do, and that will make loads more space for us to be able to get the van up there, because it's going to be pretty tight and I'm a little bit nervous about it.
The time has come, guys. It's finally time for Alex to drive up the road behind me to park the van where we will be converting it. We have cleared the road, made it wider so you can get it up there without any problems. Finally, guys, finally.
I'm pretty nervous. It's pretty skinny and there's a really tight turn at the top and it's quite steep. I'm worried about it. The wheels are going to spin. I'm not going to get enough traction to do it, and I have to come back down halfway and do it again. But you know what they say, no time like the present. I just got to get on with it and try. God, here we go. First bit of wheel spin. Here we go. Nervous. That was something.
Not possible?
Quite far over, aren't I? I need to get out wider. What? I need to come out wider. Let's try and get a bit more angle. Handbrake. What's spinning, front or back?
Oh, I can't see it coming on the other side.
Don't have to shout.
I don't know.
Everyone's getting stressed out. I'm pretty stressed out. Why didn't you come and have a look for me? I would like to know if it's the front wheel or back wheel spinning.
I can't see.
Have a look on the other side then. Have a look on the other side. Can you have a look on the other side? Thank you. The back wheel. Can you just guide me on this side to see how much space I've got? Okay. Oh, this is a nightmare. How am I supposed to get up here?
The wheel is up in the air.
Oh, really?
Back.
The back one's up in the air?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why. I'm really scared. I'm scared, I don't know what to do. It wasn't as easy as we thought. The back wheel is spinning. It ended up on the dirt. That wasn't really the plan.
So, 20 minutes later, and we failed miserably. I don't think we can get up there. I don't think Juan will be able to get up there. We're gonna have to build it down here, which isn't the end of the world, but not ideal. Yeah, see ya. So that was just way too stressful, guys, and I don't want to try that again. I think Juan might come back later and ask us to try again. I'm just going to say no, I don't want to, because on that corner, that was probably one of the most stressful things I've had to deal with for a long time. And I actually thought for a sec, I'm not going to get down this hill again. I'm going to be stuck up here forever. And yeah, unfortunately, it's a really big shame, because it's such a nice area up there. It's so big, lovely views. Would have been a perfect place to build it. So now we're going to have to do it down on a road in front, which, okay, not bad. Still got a nice view, but it's in sight of everybody. Everybody able to see what we're doing. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's what it is, and it's what it's going to have to be. So the first thing that we want to do is give a van a really good clean, a nice spring clean. And before doing that, I actually need to take off all of these rivets that are holding on these wooden little sheets here, because we want to get behind that and give that a clean as well. Apparently, according to Instagram, we are some friends there, and they told us we need to use a drill piece just to take the top layer off, and then you can push it through, and then we'll be able to take all of these off. It's going to take me a while because there are many rivets to get through, so let's get started. There you go. So as you can see, that was pretty simple, just a matter of pushing and waiting for it to get to that point where it falls off, and then you can push it through. So another probably 50 of these to do, and I'll be done. Alright guys, so that was all of the rivets out, and the wood has come off the side. It's a bit manky below, it's kind of slimy. I'm going to give it a quick sweep so it gets a bit tidy in there so we can see what we're doing. And then we've got to take off the bulkhead and also the wood on the floor.
I've joined the cleaning crew. Let's get things going.
What is the best way to get this last screw out over here? It's causing me some trouble. The thread has worn down. It's almost round inside now. I got almost all of them out, just this last really bad one. I'm thinking a pair of pliers and try to turn it, and failing that I'll have to get an angle grinder and make a kind of straight line so I can get a straight screwdriver in there. So there are a bunch of screws behind the seats. I've got all the ones behind the passenger seats done. I just got to do these ones, get that final screw out, and then we'll be able to take this off, but we'll see. That last one's going to be problematic. Oh dear. We have a problem. This is tight as I don't know.
So it seems a little bit more complicated to get that thing out than we thought. It's really only one more that we need to get out. Our neighbor Juan's just been down here looking at it, and he says it's really stuck. However, he has gone up to his house to get another tool. I don't know what kind of tool. We'll see when he comes down to try and get it out.
So Juan has got the right tools. He's got a much better clamp thingy than I do. So little by little it's coming out, and that is the last one to get out. I got all the ones from the front out, so should be out in a jiffy. Hey!
Muy bien! Gracias! I can't even begin to say how lucky we are to have this guy as a neighbor, because he is a mechanic. So seriously, with anything that we can't do, he will help us for sure. I don't know how we're gonna return all these favors that he's probably gonna be doing for us throughout this whole build.
With a little bit of help from your friends, you can get everything done right. So we have finally got that last screw out, the last few bottom ones as well, and we now have a big open space where we can see back. I almost need a rear view mirror now, although there's no windows on the back, so that'd be pointless. Anyway, so yeah, I think we're going to have to give this a good clean because it's pretty mucky around here. We're also going to clean the whole vehicle inside. Big job.
Big job in front of us.
Got to be done.
Ahead of us.
Got to be done. I feel like I keep adding more and more things to the tasks of today. I don't really feel like I got a lot done today. I mean, we've taken off a bulkhead. I've taken off all of these big chunky screws that go in the floor to hold the cargo down. And now I just took this door protection off. It was a bit damaged. It's got a little hole in it. And some of the screws, the plastic screws that were keeping it in place, were broken as well. I guess we're going to have to put some insulation in here because, I mean, it's a big panel and it needs to be insulated to make sure we keep it as hot or as cold as we want it in here, depending on the weather. The only thing I'm not sure about is when it comes to actually covering up again, because on the walls we're thinking cladding, and I don't know if that's going to work on here when the door opens and slides. So we're going to have to think about what we can put on top here. Maybe I'll have to get another one of these type of material and cut something out with the same shape. Maybe we should keep this one as an outline. Probably a good idea. If anyone's got any comments or ideas about that, please let us know in the comments below. The next lot to do, these ones on the back door. Basically, you kind of have to lift this surface bit off and then you can pull it off. It's a bit complicated. Let me just give you a demonstration. Right. It looks pretty good behind it. I can't see any rust or anything like that. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be about it for today. And I guess we'll catch up with you guys again tomorrow when we start scrubbing and properly giving this a spring clean. So it's nice and sparkly. And then we can start doing a derusting process and also take out the doorstep because that needs to be taken out. And then finally, after all this, we can actually start painting and putting that anti-rust coat on so it looks like a brand spanking new van inside. That's a plan at least. How are we getting on, Malin?
How I'm getting on?
Yeah, how are we getting on?
I'm sweating.
Yeah, hot work?
Yeah.
It's not even sunny today, either.
It's actually dirtier than I expected it to be, but I guess it could have been way worse. We've finally got something done with the van. Today we spent hours cleaning out the van. I've been in the front of the cabin, cleaning out all the nooks and crannies, dusting, hoovering.
Tomorrow we are going to give the mats that are in the front a really good scrub because they were pretty grubby, and then we're going to do the back with a mop and degreaser to get it nice and sparkly clean, ready for the derusting and the painting. See you tomorrow, guys. Guys, it's a couple of rainy days later and we are back in the van.
Today we're going to continue the deep clean that we started the other day, and we're also going to try to get rid of some rust that we found. Hi guys, this is not the most glamorous job. It is a lot to do, and I am sort of a perfectionist. So for me, just to have it like half clean is not enough. It has to be perfect, and it's not possible because there are so many little gaps to get into. It's impossible. You can't clean like down here, for example. I would need a little spider brush and a toothbrush, and I would probably have to spend a week to get that off. It's not going to happen. I'm trying my best.
Alright guys, that is the deep clean done. Next up is getting rid of all this pesky rust that we need to do. There are a few more spots than I first saw, but nothing major. There are no really big areas, so it's not too bad, thankfully. So I'm going to get on with that now. Malin just came down. I thought I'd done a good job cleaning all the doors and everything, but apparently it's not up to her very extremely high standard. So she's down here now having another go at the doors.
So what actually happened was that Alex got upstairs. I was editing. He was all hysterical. Malin, where is my mask? The fancy mask that he's going to use when he's polishing off the rust or grinding off the rust. And he couldn't find it. And I was like, no, it's down in the van. It's down in the van. I know it's down in the van, which it obviously was. So I came down here just to find it for him. And he's like, oh, look how nice and clean and sparkly and nice the walls are or the doors are. And I'm like, okay. Did like that? No, not clean. Definitely not clean. Cleaner than it was, but not enough.
When removing this back part of the vehicle, just above the back bumper, I've discovered a bit of rust underneath the rubber seal, and I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like, and then I'm going to get a good old clean going on underneath there to try and get rid of it. I bought a little wire brush attachment that you add onto a drill, so that should do the job perfectly. So you can see some rust appearing along here under the seal, so I need to get that off because that could cause problems in the future. So that's my job now. So this is my special cleaning mask. I'm going to look like a bee or something in it. Anyway, yeah, so it's got the filters in it, so I should be protected when I'm doing the de-rusting, because that is going to be very dusty. Apparently put it on like this. A little bit confusing to put it on, to be honest. There we go. On the other side. And voila! I'm ready to go, ready to de-rust. Got my safety glasses. Bob's your uncle. Let's do it. I think I got about 80% of it done. My drill ran out of battery, so I've got to go and charge that. It's not terrible, but it was a bit more than I expected, especially in this back part, because there's a bit of a lean down, almost a bit of a dent. But overall, pretty good. I've still got the back seal to do where the bumper is, but other than that, that's pretty much it. And then we can get on with the process of filling the holes and then painting. And also I've got that step to do by the sliding door. We need to take that off and have a look underneath that. But that's something for tomorrow morning, because it's going to be in a sunny spot, and it's better to do it in the morning when it's not so sunny. So yeah, I'm just going to hoover up, clean up a bit, and then I guess that's probably it for today. Yeah. Good morning, guys. It is the next morning, and this morning I'm going to be trying to take off the doorstep. I've seen some other videos where they've taken it off and it looks absolutely disgusting below. So I just finished taking off this step. It was a bit of an effort. I even injured myself in the process. Yeah, got a plaster on now. Yeah, it's pretty grubby under here, but thankfully I can't see any rust, so I'm super happy about that, but there is a lot of gunk to get out, so it might be the reason why this sliding door doesn't seem to shut properly as well, which is a bit of an issue, because every time we slide it open it kind of just slowly slides back.
Here I am, guys. You haven't seen much of me in this video, and it's not because I don't want to take part in this van build, but I've been busy doing other things. I need to finish all the videos from my hitchhiking series, because we've got a little bit of a deal going on with that, with our videos. Someone wants them and I need to finish them. So yeah, I will be taking more part of this build as soon as we start painting. When we were cleaning the van the other day, we realized that in Volkswagen Crafters as well as in Mercedes Sprinter vans, there's a gully running along the side of the bottom of the floor, and there's some kind of goo on there. I think it's some kind of anti-rust spray. There are also screws coming out from, what's it called on the outside, Alex? On the bottom of the van?
Crash protection or collision protection rubber or plastic piece along the side of the van.
Yeah, so obviously as water is coming in there and going out there, and there are screws there, they've sprayed this kind of anti-rust protection on it. And we're going to put the insulation there, and I worry that if we leave it like that, it's going to get wet and we're going to get problems in the van. So we asked our followers on Instagram and some van life people on Instagram what to do about it, and we got different answers.
So some people told us that we should leave it as it is, not do anything at all, whilst other people told us we should clean the gunk off and also cover up the screws where the water comes in, because these screws are the plastic kind of little clips that keep the trim, the black trim on the outside of the van connected, and that is where the water comes in. So we cleaned it up, we got rid of all the slime and the gunk, and we went ahead and put some silicone on the inside of these screws to make sure that no water comes in. Now, if you look on some other YouTube videos, people have done this from the outside, but that means taking off the whole black trim, which is a huge job, and there's a risk that you might break these plastic clips, which will put us back probably a week at least to get new ones. So we decided just to cover them up from the inside, and hopefully that works out perfectly. Guys, it's a couple of days later. We haven't worked much on the van over the last few days because we've just had some other commitments and we haven't had time. So today I have finished doing the de-rusting, I've mopped, I've cleaned, everything is ready to go. The next step is to put down the fiberglass sheets that stop water coming in these little holes that we have on the floor everywhere. So this fiberglass sheet, when you put it on with the resin and the adhesive glue, it goes hard and stops anything from coming through. So that's what I'm going to be doing this morning, and I just want to show you guys what the process is, because I had absolutely no idea about this before we started doing the van, and I looked at some other videos and found it out. So yeah, let's get started. So I cut all of these different patches out, these fiberglass patches, and you get the glue and you just stick a bit on, blub blub blub, put it on here, and then we want to make sure it's nice and wet and completely covered in glue, like so. Oh, I'm getting a bit sticky in general, and then you just whack it on there, put a bit more glue on top. Yeah. Right, I've got one more here. Hey guys, so actually I'm in the future, about 2 weeks from when this video was recorded. I made a mistake when I was putting down those fiberglass sheets with glue. Actually, I was meant to put rust transformer down first. So in the end I had to kind of sand them down, and now I put the rust transformer on, and then we're going to put a primer on top of that, and then we can put more fiberglass sheets. So yeah, a bit of a mistake on my part, but you live and learn and you move on, right? So yeah, I had to sand all of these down, and then on top of that I put this Oxy-No, which means no rust transformer here, which changes the rust into iron, I think. So yeah, that was a bit of a to-do. If you can hear the doggy in the background, that's because we've got a doggy, guys. Here he is. What you doing, buddy? You been noisy? Huh? You been noisy? Huh? He's a bit scared. We rescued him from well, not directly from a compound. They had taken him out. It was Protectora or dog charity had saved him from a compound, and yeah, we are gonna have him. He's our new little friend, and he's called Milo. He's a lovely boy. He's a lovely boy. He's a bit nervous in the car, so we're just getting him used to being in the car. Yeah. Oh.
Guys, I think this is it for this video. We know it's been all over the place. It's been filmed over many days. I mean, maybe even more than a week, 2 weeks maybe. I'm not really sure.
To be honest, I can't remember what's in it. I don't know when we started it, and at least I know when we're finishing it. But yeah.
Yeah, but you know, we're not building this full time. We also have no idea what we're doing. We've had some issues along the way, not so much with the van build, but other things in our lives right now. But yeah, I think we've done our best, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, I think
hopefully it's good enough.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I haven't been much part of this video like I normally am. I'm probably more part than this one normally in our travel videos, but I've had other things to do. I've also felt a little bit lost in this project. I think he hasn't as much. I don't know. Right.
I think I got an idea of what I need to do. It's just doing it. That's the difficult part.
Yeah, and we've just moved to Spain, and things are complicated here and weird here, and we don't need to talk about that. But yeah, life is quite strange at the moment. Anyways, we hope that you have enjoyed this. We don't know what's going to be in the next video, probably us painting it. You definitely have to stay tuned for that. So I think that's it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to
give it a
like it. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. I mean, if you've made it this far in this video and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Also, don't forget about the notification bell button.
And drop us a comment. What did you think of our handiwork in this video and what we've been doing? Are we on the right path, or I don't know, are we going the wrong way?
And if you love us a little bit extra, please head over to our Patreon page and become supporters of our channel. That would be so awesome, guys. Link at the end of this video and down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
See ya!
And a special thanks to all of our patrons for keeping us motivated and helping us stay on the road.